We also have, of course, the issue of banditry. Isiolo is at the center between Meru and the other parts of Samburu and Laikipia. And as you know, the biggest problem that's facing Meru is that most of these criminals or bandits try to pass through this area. And a lot of work is being done by the security forces here. As you know, the population of Isiolo is smaller, but the land mass is massive. It's among the top 10 biggest counties by land mass. And therefore manning some of the routes becomes a big challenge, especially in the absence of proper infrastructure. But our security forces are doing everything possible to ensure that those routes are closed. Most of the parts have been closed, and that's why there is relative peace on the part of side of Meru. But there are two corners on the far end of Mailisaba, this side, and towards facing these sides of Garissa, Garbatula, on that, these are the end. And we are doing there is some work that is being done to make sure that those areas are closed. You know that we have had a very good support also. Our security forces have received great support from the National Police Reserve, whom we have deployed in the recent past, and we have a backlog of about 200 to 300 of them, and we are assessing the right areas, identify the people, recruit them so that they can assist the security forces. We are also organizing the NPR properly so that their command is clear, and they report to the OCSs, and the chiefs will have to account for their whereabouts. And we want to make sure that also those who we recruit do not collude with criminals or bandits in this area. The other issue of great concern here is an intercommunal conflict. For now, we have had very relative peace in this area, but remember that there is a lot of challenges in this area because of sometimes political competition, and we see cases of political actors trying to come up with their political gangs, and in the process shouting themselves down in public barazas and meetings, trying to outdo each other by each one of them having some kind of political gangs. Again, the security forces have been on high alert in dealing with this issue, sometimes at the risk of all these attacks and public berating of the security officers here. But I have assured them that they have maximum support of the ministry as they do their work. They should not allow themselves to be interfered with politically, because it is important that we bring sanity and order in this area. Considering the cosmopolitan nature of Isiolo, we do not wish that these leaders engage in acts that are going to undermine security. And I have engaged them myself, and we will continue engaging them from the ministry perspective, just the same way I said in Marsabit, that as we approach elections, some politics and political leaders become a threat to peace. And it is important that we engage them as early as possible. We'll be having even other meetings in the near future with the leaders to make sure that they sign up to keep peace even as they campaign for different positions. We want to make sure that this place remains peaceful so that political competition does not lead to loss of life. Those are some of the things we are focusing on in Isiolo. Other than that, this is a very important area with various challenges, vast land, poor infrastructure, which contributes immensely to the issue of banditry, because the connection between Isiolo and Samburu, for example, is very poor, and some wards like Oldonyiro, they are inaccessible, and it's important that we continue bringing this to the fore, so that our relevant ministries can invest in these areas, and we believe that security roads will play a significant role in dealing with insecurity. For example, the road between Isiolo, Modakashe, Kulamawe road is extremely important, and as you know, that road goes all the way to Mandera, and we appreciate the work of His Excellency the President so far in improving infrastructure in marginalized areas, because that is how best we can deal with insecurity issues in this area.